As a youth, what can we do to convince our parents and bring them out of this social fear?
See, the fear may not be about just what somebody says. We must understand the caste system for what it is. I never ever
Yes.
asked anybody, what is your caste, because it doesn't even occur to me in my mind. So I'm against intercaste marriages because somebody will take this one sentence and make me into trouble, but I keep doing this always because it's by intent. I am against intercaste marriages because, first of all, why the hell do you identify with the caste and then try to do inter?
I think the reason for this is predominantly because because caste is inextricably linked to our social identity. So it's kind of hard without to live without a caste. Personally, I don't subscribe to that concept, but he brings a great point here. In that we shouldn't even be looking at caste as a criteria, to be honest. I mean, it really shouldn't matter. I mean, in the 21st century, to be honest. So let's see how he tackles this problem.
If… when I was young, if I wanted to marry somebody, I won't even bother what the caste is, I never asked. Actually, this happened to me. My wife, I never asked what's her caste. I just came home one day and told
Is that true? I mean,
my father, I'm marrying this girl. He asked, who is she? I said her name. I only knew her pet name, I didn't know her full name. Because that's what I called her.
yeah.
Then he asked, who is her father? I said, I don't know. He said, what? You don't know the father's name, you'll marry her? I said, I wish to marry only the girl. I don't wish to marry her father, nor his property, nor his khandan or anything, I'm just marrying the girl. So what caste are they? I said, I don't know. What, you don't know their caste? I said, I don't know. Because except what people have told me, even I don't feel my caste anywhere. I have uncasted myself completely, I'm not cast
Yes.
in anything.
Yeah.
So I didn't check her caste either.
I think if Hinduism was more based in this kind of thinking, I would be a lot more it would, as a Hindu or as a as an Indian, I suppose, it makes me a lot more comfortable that Sadhguru is actually saying this, because it's really we need to really curb down on the caste based ideology that is very predominant even today in India. So it's really I'm really happy that he's saying this. So.
Then somebody came, once this happens in the family, all the
Yes.
uncles and aunts and
Yes, that's true.
others, they are all warriors. They all get into the act. They came and said, we don't even drink water in their house. Their caste is like that. I said, did they invite you?
Damn, bro. He has some knee slappers, he has some bangers.
They have not invited you to come home. Only after they invite you, whether you want to drink coffee or whatever, we will see. Right now, they have not invited you, nor am I planning to take you to their house,
Exactly.
nor am I planning to go to their house. I'm just marrying the girl. They couldn't believe it. I said, why, how can we do this? Our families can't sit together, they're caste. I said, I never said I'm inviting you to my wedding either.
Nah, yeah.
So, I just declared.
That's gonna cause a lot of if you're gonna follow the advice, it's gonna cause a lot of pain, man.
To my wife.
Yeah.
I said, you're my wife, that's it. She said, this is all no witness, no arrangement, no garland. I said, see, no bloody witness can ever hold me to anything.
That is a really good point, dude. That's actually a really good point, yeah, I mean, legal documents do kind of agree, but during that time, I don't know, it makes perfect sense for him to think that way, so.
When I say something, that's it. I will not go back on it. I said, I'm married to you, this is it. So I just came and announced to everybody, I'm married. They said, when, where, how? That's not your business. This is my wife, then that's it. So I'm saying, first of all, why do you caste yourself and then why do you intercaste yourself? Not necessary.
Because unfortunately, a lot of people have a lot of pride in their caste, I suppose, you know. Because a lot of people just love saying that they're a this or they're that, you know. It's a especially when you raise your kids in an environment where you are like to be proud of a caste, right? It's very, you know, it's a very sad thing that's happening in India, to be honest. I mean, it's no longer like that, you know, that predominant, but still, you know, as an Indian, it hurts me when I watch like other people like talk about caste and the importance of caste, because there is so much unnecessary, you know, even among educated, I'd say especially among educated people, because educated people have a lot of that status and a lot of that, oh yeah, I'm bigger than you, kind of like, you know, feeling and thing going on. So it's kind of sad in India to watch this kind of things happening. So it's really, you know, it's really, it's one of my, it happened to one of my friends actually. So it's kind of sad to see us Indians like fight among each other, like, you know, not on the basis of religion even, just on the basis of like what caste you were born. I mean, that's kind of silly, to be honest.
But there is a social situation, that is, in this country, why this caste system stuck on like this is, this was the only means of transmitting skills.
Yes.
Family was the only institution transmitting knowledge, so we didn't want to corrupt that, so we maintained that.
But it's also, it is also what enabled us to be enslaved by the British. You know, our like bickering, and I'm not a historian by any means, but I would posit that to be the number one reason. That and us being a, you know, a completely ununited or disunited set of provinces. That's the real sad part, that, you know, caste has utility, but it has utility in the short term but not in the long term. In the long term, something like a democratic nation where each individuals are like, you know, based on their merit, is a lot more productive for us in the end than something like caste system. And I hope that new Indians are like waking up to this idea.
Now that is irrelevant. One part of the caste system has become irrelevant. Another reason why people are sticking to the caste is because there's no social security in the country.
Yes.
If tomorrow something goes wrong with your life, okay, you married some strange boy,
Exactly, yeah.
and if something went wrong with your life, you fell ill or he fell ill or accident happened, something happened.
Who's going to talk for you?
Now the only people you can fall upon is your clan.
Yes.
You go and knock on somebody else's door, they won't open their door. You have to go to your caste. If you say, I belong to this caste, they'll say, come, we'll do something for you.
Exactly.
So this is the social security you still have. So in urban areas, it may not matter because you have insurance and this and that. But in rural areas, if you just break away from your caste completely, you are completely on your own. If something goes wrong, there's nobody going to stand up for you.
Yep.
So this is the social security system. Don't try to worry about this destroying caste system by intercaste, all this. If you create a proper universal social security system, caste will die a natural death. Nobody has
In one way, I agree. That caste is primarily brought on because of the societal value and societal. It's essentially grease for our societal interactions with each other. It also has economic utility, like Sadhguru ji said, but it's there's a UBI, there's a universal basic income. I would like to say yeah, but I'm not that optimistic about human beings. Maybe in 100 years, yeah. But if you give societies if you essentially run a civilization using UBI, that is universal basic income, I don't know, some of those social problems are just beyond economic ones. There are societal interactions. I would want to agree with that. I kind of agree with that, with Sadhguruji's proposition, but but I have seen human beings, personally speaking, I've seen human beings stoop very, very low because of caste. So we'll see when it happens.
Has to kill it, it will just go.
Seeing humans, the time passes like 6 minutes. Absolutely. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. And if you like this kind of content, then just let me know so I can react to them. So anyway, thank you for watching and have a great day.